Good day everyone, I am Crisan P. Palayo and I am from 12 Use 15 and today I will be discussing the article 13 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, which focuses on social justice and human rights. This article is essential because it ensures that all Filipinos, especially the poor and disadvantaged, are given equal rights, opportunities, and protection in different aspects of life, such as work, land, housing, health, and human rights. For this presentation, I will focus on Section 1, 3, 4, 9, 11, 14, 17, and 18. These sections are relevant because they address issues that greatly affect our society today. I will explain each one and why it is important to me. We have the section 1 that indicates the states that the government must promote the social justice to reduce inequality and help the poor and disadvantaged. This means that laws and policies should ensure that every Filipino has fair access to opportunities such as education, healthcare, and decent living conditions. For example, many Filipinos struggling with low wages, lack of job opportunities, and poverty. The government must create programs that support workers, small farmers, and the urban poor to ensure that they can live with dignity. This section reminds us that fairness and justice should be the one foundation of our society. We have the section 3, which is the labor rights that indicates this section. It ensures the workers' rights are protected, including the fair wages, safe working conditions, and the right of organized unions. For example, many workers face long hours and they will get unfair treatment, unsafe workplace because of this law. The workers have the right to demand better treatment and fair salaries. If companies violate these rights, the government must take action to protect the workers. Without this law, many employees might suffer from abuse and unfair labor practices. That's why Section 3 is very important for the working class. We have the Section 4, which is the rights of rural workers. This section protects farmers and fishermen, ensuring they receive fair wages, are not exploited by the big landowners or businesses. It also gives them the right to form groups and fight for their rights. For example, we have the many farmers in the Philippines, struggle with land ownership issues and unfair wages. This law ensures that they get support and protect the need to continue their work and provide for the food of the country. This section is important because without it, many farmers and fishermen would remain poor and powerless. We have the section 9, which is the urban land reform and housing. This section ensures that affordable housing and basic services are available to the poor in both urban and rural areas. It also states that small property owners should be protected. For example, many families in urban areas live in poor housing conditions, unsafe areas, or informal settlements. The government must create housing programs to help people have decent place to live. This section is important because having a safe and affordable home is a basic human need. We have the section 11 that indicates this section guarantees that healthcare services should be affordable and available to all, especially for the poor, elderly, disabled, women, and children. We have example for this section. In many areas, hospitals and clinics are too far, too expensive, or lack enough doctors and medicine. Because of this law, government must provide health programs, free medical services for the poor, and affordable medicine. Without this section, many Filipinos would suffer from these diseases just simply because they cannot afford treatment. We have this section 14, which is the work protection for working women. It says in this section that ensure the women in the workforce are given safe and fair working conditions while also considering their responsibilities as mothers. For example, some companies discriminate against pregnant women or do not give them proper maternity leave. This law ensures that women are protected from unfair treatment and given opportunities to reach their full potential at work. We have the because this section it is important to promote gender equality in workplaces, and this law help protect women's rights. And we have this section 17. We have this section 17. This is the Commission on Human Rights, which is the CHR, which is responsible for investigating human rights violation in the Philippines. For example, if someone is unfairly arrested, abused by authorities, or denied basic rights, the CHR can step in to help and investigate the case. This section is important because it ensures that there is an independent agency that protects the rights and freedoms of all Filipinos. We have the section 18. This section explains what the Commission on Human Rights or CHR can do. Some of its important. It can include the investigating human rights violation such as political abuse, unfair treatment, or unlawful killings. It also provides legal help to victims of human rights violation. We had also the monitoring the government human rights policies to ensure they follow the law. Also, for example, for this section, if a group of workers is being forced to work in dangerous condition, or if a person is wrongfully detained, the CHR can step in, investigate, and fight for justice. This section is important because it helps protect people's rights and hold those in power accountable for their action. And we have this section. This section are relevant to me because those section I discussed from Article 13 are not just laws. They have a real impact on my life and the lives of many Filipinos. Here, why these sections matter to me personally. This section 1 is this section is important to me because everyone deserves equal opportunities. Of course, I have seen how poverty affects people, limiting their access to education, healthcare, and jobs. We have the Section 3 or the labor rights. In the future, of course, I will enter the workforce. Knowing that there are laws to protect workers from unfair treatment gives me confidence that I can demand fair wages and safe working conditions. We have the Section 4. I have witnessed how farmers and fishermen work hard but still struggle financially. This law ensures they are treated fairly. Of course, we have the Section 9. Housing is a basic need, of course, yet many Filipinos live in unsafe or overcrowded areas. This section reminds me that decent home is important for a better future. Of course, we have the Section 11. This section is relevant because good healthcare should be accessible to all, not just all those who can afford it, of course. And we have the Section 14. This law is important to me because gender equality matters. Women should not be discriminated against in the workplace. We have also the Section 17 and 18, which is this section reminds me that human rights must be protected. If injustices occur, There is an agency that can help ensure fairness and justice. Of course, in my conclusion in this article, 13 is very important because it ensures that social justice and human rights are protected, of course. This section I discussed cover key issues such as fair wages, labor rights, affordable housing, healthcare, women protection, and human rights enforcement. Understanding this law empowers me to stand up for myself and for others who need support. Of course, I am Crisante P. Palayo. I am from 12 Units 15. And here, this is my discussion. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something. Thank you.